Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're gonna do an update, I guess, to the streaming war saga. Yesterday and today we did videos talking about how Warner Media is basically getting sold off by AT&T, and they're gonna merge with Discovery, and that rocked Hollywood because they're like, oh my god, this is not a good thing. For a lot of people are going to lose their jobs, I think, over this because of consolidation. Now we have word that Amazon is possibly going to buy MGM. So
I know even MGM was still like a thing, really.
It's still a thing. Yeah, who knew?
Because I just remember, like, it took me years to start calling it Hollywood Studios at Disney. I just kept wanting to call it MGM.
Yeah, MGM used to be a big player. Really, all they've got going for them now, they've got the Rocky movies, they've got The Hobbit, not Lord of the Rings, but they have The Hobbit. And they have some TV shows, Handmaid's Tale. They've got Pink Panther franchise, of course, James Bond, which they're going to run into the ground anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But Amazon is talking about buying them. And I gotta wonder if this doesn't kind of go along with that Lord of the Rings Amazon series, the one
that sounds tragic.
The one that sounds terrible. Yeah, but supposedly they're for sale for only $5 billion.
That's it? That's 7 to 10 down below.
Yeah, people were saying that they were priced.
I think that's overpriced.
Yeah, they don't have much going on.
I think that's overpriced.
So this just broke this afternoon. We're going to talk about it. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We're over 189,000 subs, almost 190. We're doing pretty good here.
So close.
And this is on the information, and 99.9% of the time, they are right. This is the website that broke Crunchyroll, that broke, I think, Rooster Teeth and some other stuff. So they do have insiders that know what's going on, especially when it comes to, the streaming wars. They're really watching this. They're saying that Amazon is pondering a deal to buy MGM. They're in discussions to acquire MGM, said a person familiar with the situation, in what would be the e-commerce giant's biggest move yet to expand into entertainment. So MGM owns a major film library with interests in the long-running James Bond franchise, as well as other well-known titles such as Rocky and Pink Panther. It also owns the Epix cable channel, makes TV shows including Handmaid's Tale. That's going to be interesting since it's on Disney and Hulu. Yeah.
Hulu.
Fargo and Shark Tank and Survivor. An acquisition would beef up Amazon's film studio and streaming services, Prime Video and IMDb. I did not know they owned IMDb.
I didn't either. Now, here's what's interesting. I sent you something earlier today. I don't know how to pull it up, and it's okay. We don't need to pull it up. But they were talking about the top streaming services in a survey around the globe, and Netflix was number 1, but number 2 was Amazon Prime.
Yeah, actually, in the U.S., it's Amazon Prime is the top, which I think that's kind of skewed because I think a lot of people subscribe to Amazon Prime for the shipping. I don't know
that they watch the shows.
Right.
Yeah. So I think they want to go after Netflix more. I don't really know how much this would be a help. No. I don't think it's, okay, maybe I could be wrong, but I don't think it's, I think there's better investments, but that's just me.
I think a lot of it too is that they're all kind of scrambling to consolidate now. They're buying up everything they can buy up. I mean, again, we're seeing Warner Media and Discovery merging already, and then we're probably going to see something happen with NBC Universal and maybe Viacom, because neither one of them on their own can take out.
No. And I'm seeing down here they're saying that they're not the only ones. That people might put bids in too. But it's owned by private equity firms is who owns MGM now. I just didn't even know MGM was still a thing, honestly. I think name recognition's about, maybe there's some value to that, but it hasn't been a big thing for so long.
Yeah, I mean, they were big in the 70s and 80s. MGM, of course, we know the Lion.
Mm-hmm. I can see it in my head, yeah.
Yeah, and they've definitely fallen off a cliff. I mean, they've got the Rocky movies, they've got James Bond, but other than that, they don't have much going for them.
It's saying their financial statements that the revenue is $1.496 billion last year, which that surprises me.
Yeah.
And it's down from 2020. It has risen from 1.18 billion in 2016. I can't do numbers because I'm tired. That's not. One, I'm surprised it's doing that well.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, where's it coming from?
Probably, I would guess, like
Licensing,
Blu-ray, licensing, James Bond, Rocky.
Yeah, like those properties for movies are run on other streaming services.
Yeah.
I'm like, because they're already tied up with other streaming services, I don't know what good it's going to do them. It's going to take a while to get them back. And at that point, that's where the money's coming from. I don't know. I just don't get this one. But okay.
Well, I said word of Amazon's interest comes days after Amazon told employees that Jeff Blackburn, a former longtime exec who previously oversaw the entertainment efforts, would be returning to the company to oversee a new global media group. Blackburn had taken a year's sabbatical, and earlier this year he said he was quitting. So yeah, he's coming back. So this is going to be interesting. I do think that Amazon is like
just trying to get what they can get.
Yeah, and look, they've got a lot of good stuff going for them. They have Mark Miller's stuff, they've got The Boys and Invincible. They're doing really well. It's kind of weird because Amazon was kind of a dark horse. It's like they've already installed Amazon in like every household in the country. You've got the Fire Stick. Mm-hmm. You're using Amazon Prime for shipping. Some people are using it for music. Now, we had to upgrade to Amazon Music because they used to include all the music in Amazon Prime, and now they don't. Now you have to pay separately. It's only like $7 a month.
I'm just like, only this all adds up. Yeah. I just remember when they just sold books. That's when I started out, as though there was like a bookseller.
Yeah, I remember hearing the commercials on the radio. Because I was actually working at a radio station when they started, and it was one of my first real jobs. And I remember the ads, like, what the heck is Amazon? They had like, in the rainforest of books, you can find all the books you want, and that's all they did was books.
Yeah, because I know before we got married, one of the books they found you that you couldn't find back. Because back then you couldn't find everything you can find now. I got it from there. But it's just interesting to me because it seems like they're just trying to keep up with, they keep saying it with Netflix, which I get. Disney Plus, they keep saying Disney Plus. Disney Plus isn't, the juggernaut they keep trying to tell you what they are. When they talk about their numbers, that's global numbers too. And they have done all kinds of initiatives to push into and buy up places like Hotstar and things like that to push into other markets that might already had some, subscribers there. So I don't really know if they're, and the big threat they try to make themselves out to be. I feel like they're more like those guys that are holding the breath in and puffing their chest out to look bigger than they are.
Yeah.
That's kind of what, Disney makes me think of. But it's interesting. I don't know. I would thought they would have gone for something bigger, but maybe they're just trying to go with this one first.
I think what's going to happen ultimately is what I talked about in the video earlier today with Warner, is it's going to be like network TV all over again. We're going to have like 3 or 4 big streaming services, and they're going to own like everything. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be Amazon, Netflix, Disney, and then probably whatever Warner and Discovery wind up being. And they're going to be the big ones. And then you'll have a couple niche ones here and there. But for the most part, people aren't going to subscribe to 50 different streaming services a month. They're just not.
No.
They're getting burnt out. So I don't know, guys. There we go. So, MGM still a thing, getting sold off.
I don't think it's worth what they're asking, but
No, I could see. Honestly, I could see Amazon coming in and buying like Paramount or something because they already had like a deal for the Nickelodeon stuff. Mm-hmm. I could totally see them buying. Paramount.
Yeah, it makes sense. Well, just wait because we're gonna start seeing. We're gonna see more of this. I think before the end of the year. Yeah, more of these buy-ups or.
Oh yeah, I mean this was probably already in place because they've been for sale for a couple months now. So now that the news dropped, and it was a huge secret about the Warner Media thing, I guarantee you they're going to go around and gobble up everybody they can gobble up, and they've got the money to do it.
Well, now it's just triggering their competition to go. It's probably going to raise prices on things. Like they might have got a better deal on MGM, but now because the other deal, speculators might come and drive up the prices on this stuff. So we'll see what happens.
It's going to be really interesting. We're going to wrap this one up?
Yep.
All right, so please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.